back again with another forecast. Island Dawk, Dawk is being Island Dawk tonight. So he's out in Key Largo enjoying putting his feet in the water and swimming with sharks and all types of wild animals and stuff. So he won't be here tonight. Possibly, I don't know, he may pop in, may comment, but we wanted to bring back Miss Walker, Keysha.
K5.
We want to bring her back for this next episode since Dawk's not here. But we got a good one. We got a good one for you tonight. The Batman, which is on HBO Max. We've been promoting this one for a little while, so hopefully you've seen it. If not, it's been out for a little while, so you can get some spoiler alerts.
Yeah.
But we ready to get back into it. Miss Walker, how you doing?
I'm very well tonight. How are y'all, gentlemen?
Doing good. I just want to. I know she's cloaked in some kind of shadow over there, but I'm getting Maxi Priest vibes. I don't know. Thanks. I just want to put that out there.
Is it that you just want to be close to me or something?
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. See, that's exactly it. Exactly.
What does the shirt say?
Is it
not disturb my peace? Mr. Wilkes has already ruined that. My joy.
Good night.
Leave me alone.
I like it.
Good night.
Thank you, Ben. You're the best.
He's the owner. Of course, he's the best.
It's mandatory. I gotta be. Hey, Trap, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I've had a great recent time. I'm on cloud nine.
Why are you on cloud nine, Mr. Rap? Let's talk about that. I'm sorry, Ben. Why are you on cloud nine, Mr. Rap? Let's talk about that.
Had a lot of good things happening lately. I had some bad things. 3 of my homeboys died in the last 3 weeks. My homeboy Ernest died about a week ago, but in between that, the sun been shining bright for you, boy.
It's wonderful.
All right.
That's what's up. Shout out to Rucker Park. Thank you for tuning in. Rucker Park in the building. Bangs no bangs tonight, but the side is looking nice. We like that hair. How that hair looking. Wilkes, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing all right. I'm making it.
That's what we all trying to do.
Yeah, I'm making it, doing good, hanging in there, still breathing.
On this side of the dirt, like the old people say.
Above the dirt, not in my face. Yeah,
right, exactly.
Good to be seen, not viewed.
That's right, man.
That's good right there. All right, so we are live on multiple platforms right now. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Twitter. We're also live on other pages as well, and Roku, BS3 TV on Roku.
What's happening out here? What is going on? What is happening over here? What is happening?
What are you talking about?
What is going on? It's like A-Trap's making the face and Keisha's bubbling over. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either.
What is happening?
Make sure to subscribe on YouTube. Make sure to watch and add BS3.
Man Knox in the building.
Man Knox in the building. Appreciate you. He said, "What's up, fellas?" And Queen, definitely you got to do that.
Represent.
All right, so the Batman. We'll give our initial thoughts. There's been plenty of Batmans, and they've all told the story over and over and over again. So I'll give my initial thoughts first. I was okay with this because it didn't go back to the beginning, how his parents got killed. It didn't go through that whole shebang. I mean, we've been there, done that, seen it so many times. So they kind of started. This was a little bit of a darker. Me and Wilkes was talking about this, a darker version of Batman, where they didn't even say his name. He just said, "I'm Vengeance." So it was kind of like before he became Batman, if you will, a younger version, didn't really know, trying to figure himself out. So, Keisha, I'll take it over to you. What was kind of your initial thoughts into watching this?
I hated it.
Yes. Continue.
Here we go.
I did. I mean, I guess it doesn't help that I'm not
That's fine.
a DC or a Marvel girl, But then 3 hours, you know, I can't get that time back. You know, and I'm not saying it was just horrible, but it was just it left me thinking, what? So maybe I need to just start over from scratch and maybe watch something else that led up to it. I don't know.
No,
don't do it.
Because the thing is, there wasn't anything that led up to this. All of the difference between DC and Marvel, and people that don't know that may not watch these movies, Marvel has a plan. You know, when a movie goes from one to the next, you know what it's about. Yeah. DC starts over every single time they do a movie, so this has no relation to any other Batman movie. Which that's the part that sucks. Yeah. But it was definitely too long. I'm like 3 hours. Come on, you and the storyline was pretty simple. You knew what it was from the jump. Mm-hmm. All it was Penguin. And Riddler. So you knew that from the beginning. But yeah, that kind of is what it is. A-Trap.
You know what, man? I was gonna roll with Keysha, right? Well, I was gonna have the same did, and y'all just made me realize something. This did pick up when you said what you just said. You said they didn't go back. You know what this was? This was the continuation of that damn Gotham series.
That's what. That's why I felt like. I felt like it pulled from some of that.
Yeah, it was dark. It was gothic, and it was too long. It was longer than Train Smoke. It was 3 movies in one.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, where y'all going with this?
Right.
Is Spike Lee directing this? Because you know Spike Lee don't know how to end no damn movie either. And it ain't because we got Twitter beef. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, you're right.
Here we go. Here we go.
It was too long, man. I mean, it was parts of the movie when it was like, oh, it's finna end, and then I would hit where it was like 2 hours to go, and then I'm watching some more. I was like, oh, it's about to end, and then it was an hour. I'm like, when is this movie gonna end?
Thank you, Pastor Dodd.
It sucked badly. It was longer than Train Smoke. Shout out to Overton Claymore. He has a podcast talking with OC. It was unnecessarily long. It didn't have to be that long. Eventually, you were going to figure out who the Riddler was. I would, and Wilkes, I'm going to go to you, and then I got a comment. And I'm going to lean on you a little bit more tonight, Wilkes, because he is the comic book, the resident comic book person on this podcast. He knows.
I won't bore him too much tonight.
Please do. Bore me.
Yeah. I mean, even with this, I was like dreading. Like, I wanted to avoid watching this, actually, because it was like, how many more Batman movies do we need? It was like, you know, you keep starting over. You're confusing the people. You want to reach out to the people. But then it's like, okay, Christopher Nolan had his run. Heath Ledger did his Joker thing. And Tom Hardy played Bane. And, you know, you had those 3. Now you start over. You got Ben Affleck that comes in. He's playing Batman in another storyline, you know,
and then, universe, I guess you could say.
Then you confuse the people again, and now you're dropping the guy from Werewolf Vampire movie,
Twilight,
whatever the hell, Twinkle, whatever. And then it's like now you got him dressed up as Batman, but it's just like it's like people don't, like you just said, you know, it's like, is it a continuation? Do I need to watch it? No, there's nothing before this. It has no relation to any of the other Batman installments. It's a standalone movie. Mm-hmm. And even though they're pulling from the Batman, which was a comic book series, kind of taking place, a young Bruce Wayne that didn't want anything to do with the business. He just wanted to wreak havoc on bad guys because his parents got killed is pretty much what it was. But I don't know. It was just one of those movies. Like, I felt like it was too long because even when I heard that we were reviewing this, I was like, man, I sat through this the first time. Now I gotta watch this again. It was just like, no. See, like, I have to say, The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger as the Joker, that is my go-to movie when I buy a Blu-ray player or a new TV because of the quality and how it was shot and the sound. This is not going to be that movie I'm going to reach for so I can tweak my soundbar, or tweak my TV, or anything like that. Because it's just one of those things where it's like, it's not needed. I mean, it's it's kind of like you said, DC wants to scrap everything and then start over, and it's just like, no, stop. Like, how many more Batmans? And they just can't help themselves. They got to squeeze Joker in there any way they can. They just cannot.
Which, spoiler alert, at the end, that's what you're talking about, right? When the joke, the laughing at the end.
They act like he's the only villain that Batman's had. So I get it when they reach out to the Penguin, when they reached out to the Riddler. But actually, kind of what I picked up from this, now that I'm saying this, it definitely took me back to the Adam West series, because in that series, you had the Joker, the Penguin, Catwoman, and the Riddler teaming up to go, trying to run Gotham and take over and knock off Batman and Robin. So I get what they tried to do there, but it's just, it was kind of too long for me. Like, and I don't mind superhero movies and comics, but it was just, man, come on. It don't have to be that long. We get
First of all, Batman ain't no superhero. I'm tired of people saying.
No.
Oh, here we go. Don't tell Ben that.
He is.
Man. Batman is not a superhero, man.
Nah, Ben.
He's a man that is super.
No, he's not super.
He's not super gadgets.
He a dude. He a dude with a big checkbook.
All right, you've seen it
throughout
this movie. He was using them super gadgets.
And I'm sorry, but I just have to say this: the part that really lost me, and I know this is probably just from a woman's perspective, but when the city flooded, and that newly elected mayor was up there with that natural hair, and it didn't revert back when all that water and moisture got in there, I knew it was trash. At that moment, I knew it was trash. Because the way my hair nap up with a little bit of humidity and the way her hair was looking, I was like, oh hell no. I mean, hell no. Like oh no, It was straight up garbage.
Not no, but hell no.
It ain't even realistic. I was done. I was done.
She's like, oh no, I'm done.
Yeah. Big Illinois says, really, I can't wait to get this when it's released on 4K.
If he's that big of a fan, Walmart got a collector's edition Big Illinois.
Well, Big Illinois is always joking, so I don't know if he's telling the truth.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Plus, it was so dark. It was so dark.
Yeah, it was very
dark. Film, which
really
I get it. This was a darker version.
That's probably
there was no. You mean there was no light at all?
I kept nodding off.
There was no daylight at all.
I was just about to say that. I've been watching this movie since Friday. I finished at 4:30.
I'm telling you, I've been nodding off like yesterday. Oh
man,
no!
You know what?
I fell asleep by 9:30.
Sometimes I get sleepy at night, and I'll be tired, and I can't go to sleep. I know what I'm gonna do now.
Just have it in the background.
Just turn this on.
And I say this: we haven't done this in a couple
days.
Weeks.
It took me 4 days to watch this movie.
Wow.
Oof.
And every time I sat down, I got mad because I'm like, I still don't get it. I started over. I still don't get it. So
yeah.
Appreciate you, Shaka Strong in the building. Black family, speak on it. Appreciate you. We can open up the phone lines too tonight. So I'm gonna put this on there.
Do that.
Yeah, because we need.
So are we featuring
yes.
Zoe
Kravitz? Yes.
Yeah, that's next week.
Well, she was in this. She had some roles. Now, obviously, you could tell when that fight scene that looked so fake. When she was kicking when her and Batman first met, you could tell that was so computer generated. I don't know what that was exactly, but I'll say she's stepping up in the acting game. I'm not gonna say she's at a Keith Stanfield level or she's at a level, but I think she's getting
mama level.
Yeah, she already.
Yeah, was she really? Yeah, I was gonna say, was her mom in any really? I mean, not big, then big, I guess.
What was that movie where she was sacrificing the chicken?
Yeah. I was just thinking that with Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, I can't think of
it. Sacrificing the chicken.
Angel Heart.
Yeah,
I think
that movie was bad.
I forgot about that movie.
No,
exactly.
Phone line is open 469-290-4367. You want to join in? Give us your comments on this.
The TV.
Angel Heart. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Angel Heart.
Terrible. That's
great.
What got on the Cosby Show because Bill didn't know he could have slipped her a couple. I mean, never mind.
He probably did. I wouldn't know.
Bill was the first person you know that E40 song, "Sprinkle Me," man. He was the one that first started sprinkling people with the sprinkling in their
You
cups.
gotta be kidding me. Listen, let me tell you something. The whole entire time of my life knowing that song, why did I think it was about something else? I didn't even know that's what it was.
That's not what it was about. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
I'm just making a joke. That's not what it was
Like, I
about.
feel so
I think that was
stupid.
just E40.
No, not quick. No.
E40 just one of those with the slang. But
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on the political view. That was one aspect of it that I thought was that is real today. Is that a lot of politicians are corrupt, but I don't think as far as what the Riddler did to go that far to expose these people, I don't think anybody necessarily has the guts to.
Hell, that's what they should be doing while they hacking everybody's credit cards out here. Shit.
While they hacking Facebook accounts and Instagram accounts.
Exactly.
Disclaimer: if you receive an Instagram message from me, I don't have a personal Instagram account. It got somehow one of the hackers got to me. So, but
they hit me about a year ago, about 2 years ago. I'm like, hell no.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to do.
Right.
Y'all could start a podcast on try to figure out a cure for something. But A-Trap, I want to go to you. Give me your thoughts on the political aspect of this.
I mean, but you know what? It's just primarily what my show is about. Exposing nonsense, and it just shows you that no matter how much these people promise us and lie to us, somebody needs to hold the mirror up. This is to let you know that how trifling the Democratic Party is. I looked at them as the Democratic Party. Democratic Party pretends to be for the working man, and they never do anything for the working man. They never expose, like you said, like Will said, somebody needs to expose somebody. How is it that the other side, like the governor of Texas, he down there holding up food, driving the prices up on everything. It ain't it ain't on CNN, it ain't on MSNBC, it ain't on Fox, it ain't on NBA, NBC, CBS, or ABC, and it's just happening. And then you got people complaining that inflation is going up purposely. So yeah, man, maybe we do need somebody to tape one of their damn heads up. You know,
yeah, some duct tape from Home Depot.
Tape it up, yeah.
It's
It's
like
like
a box full of duct tape.
It's like you got time to sit back and hack accounts and hold people files, hostages on the computer, and all this, but you're not trying to expose no government officials and nothing like that.
Take down no government. Kim Kardashian booty again.
Yeah, like we want to see Ray J. And, we don't want to see all that, man.
Yeah, I don't want to see Ray.
The fakeness. No, we don't want to see that.
I want to see Kim Kardashian.
We don't want to see them too.
That whole family is plastic. It's a bunch of plastic with painted brown or tan, beige, beige. Yeah.
Ms. Walker, you have anything?
No.
She's like, no, I'm good.
No. Nothing now.
Nothing yet.
Hold your water. Hold your water.
All right, so the Riddler, which the only Riddler I can remember is Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey is goofy. I couldn't take him serious as the Riddler, but in this film, the Riddler hit a whole other level. I was okay with this Riddler just because it was more like I don't really care. Like this dude was crazy. He didn't care at all. It wasn't really jokes. I mean, he did a couple of Riddlers, but it was more so I'm trying to punish people. Yeah. So I think that was a difference in this one compared to other Batman films. Keysha, want to add on to that?
She's like, no, I'm done for the night.
Nah, you good?
Yeah, she good. She said, no, I'm done.
I honestly did not like this movie. It's like I am just stuck. I'm stuck.
Yes.
Now don't get me wrong. The little Zoe girl, she was cute. She did her part, but I didn't like the ending part. I guess like when she had to go. And I know this is not what you asked me, but this is what
we do.
I have to be real confident about it. When she basically saved Batman in the end, and it was like still portraying a man as being a pussy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so many. It's just so many no's. And I'm tired of every movie now that they're making. It just always shows a man is just less than or a penny waste or. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. When are you gonna make the men look a little bit stronger. I mean, even Chicken George was a punk, way back when. When we gonna stop this?
She went way back.
Huh?
Way back.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I guess I just want to see where, like, how they make Liam Neeson look. I know, like I said, this is totally off topic. Liam Neeson saves everybody. I've never seen a movie, him or Jason Statham. I've never seen a woman rescue them, but then it's like nowadays that's all you see.
Well, it's almost because it's like the woman now is the she's the hero, or she becomes that. And I know what you mean. It's like now they're pushing it to the point where the women is just they're saving everybody now, and I get it. I guess they don't want that damsel in distress. Maybe they think that's the stereotype now. Maybe they think, oh, women are just as strong. Why they got that man and they're trying to rescue that woman.
Well, I tell you what, I don't want to get on the ground in my stockings to change no flat tire.
She don't want no run.
I don't want no run in my pantyhose.
Because them Foley pantyhose,
I can't get down there in my Spanx. I'm just saying. So like, I don't mind being save me.
So she's not trying to rip that church girl. No problem.
Come rescue me. Rescue me. That's just me. I'm tired of mowing lawns. I'm tired of taking out the garbage. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. I can't get past all that. So
I think it's just
move on to somebody else, because I'm just gonna sit here and drink my yak and just I'm chilling.
You and Wilkes first place.
Yak.
I understand where she's coming from, because I'm sick of it too. Because everybody know how high esteem I hold my mother and my sisters. Hell, my sisters taught me how to read before I even got the Head Start. So without them, it wouldn't be no end of the bench, right? And I'm sick of it too. It's like, I can do everything a man can do. Okay, go. Last time I got under the bench, I bench pressed 260 pounds. Let me see you do it.
Yeah, that means you can pick me up.
But I think that's the narrative, and I'll say this too. In a lot of movies, which I'm surprised they didn't have it in this one, they bring in a gay role, which I don't have nothing against. I don't have anything against anyone who they choose to love. But I was surprised they didn't put it in this film, because that is normally something that is another part of, I think, an agenda that's kind of pushed out there.
You know what? Hey, I bet you, because it's going to be another one, right? I bet you dollars to dimes Bruce Wayne gay in the next movie.
Not the way he kissed Catwoman.
You gonna turn the whole.
You
gonna turn that whole world upside down.
Charlotte Wilson, thank you for tuning in. Pastor Dodd says that's that black girl magic. Probably to your comment, but I don't. Will they make another one? Is this worthy? Is this worthy though for another? I don't.
Here's the thing: you don't need to make no more, because you're confusing people. Stick with one Batman. You got two Batmans running around.
I think you got
Ben Affleck still out there, possibly coming back as Batman.
Ben Affleck play another Batman. I'm gonna be Batman. I'm gonna be Batman in real life. I'm just gonna wear Batman for the rest of my life. Ben Affleck is about as black Batman as I'm a white man.
Yeah, it's like you confusing the people. Like you got Christian Bale, which he said he doesn't want to come back. Then you got, like I said, Ben Affleck running around.
Wilkes. Christian Bale said he don't know why they asked him not to come. They didn't ask him to come back.
I thought after the last one, the third one, I thought he said he was done. I thought maybe that's why. I mean, that's probably why. why.
The issue is like what you said.
Come back?
Yeah,
he's actually coming back in the Flash movie.
Michael
Keaton
again confusing people.
Come on,
like it's like when you
He's
it's
coming
like
back
when you
as
a nun.
Obviously older Bruce Wayne.
It's like when you a nun. You need to be Batman till you die. Okay, till you dead, you need to be Batman.
No. What they need to do is go, since this Disney making these damn movies or somebody PG making these movies, they need to go get them a young 19-year-old Batman and just let them bat on up to each pro.
I don't know.
You keep getting 35-year-old dudes talking about I'm Batman.
Yeah.
30 38, man. You don't gonna be with Batman for 2 movies. You got 3 movies in you. Now you look.
Yeah, you
got
got 3 movies in.
No, man. You need to get you a 20-year-old Batman and just let him bat on out.
Now, I think that's what they're about to do with Patterson. Patterson is what, 30? I think he's 30-something years old.
See, that's
he wasn't believable.
Off at Batman.
But here's the problem.
Wasn't believable.
But here's the problem with that. He's playing a mid-20s Bruce Wayne, and he's 30-something.
Thank you so much, Miss Wilson.
Hey, and look. Hey, I was thinking this. I had a Wilkes moment watching this. I was like, dude, too ugly to be Batman.
Therefore, and
I'm glad I'm healing the people. I'm healing the
I had to turn my caption on.
Spilling that blessing oil on everybody.
Yeah.
Charlotte says, I like Michael Keaton as Batman. I could barely understand what Robert Pattinson was saying because he mumbled so much.
He did.
And then you got Smeagol. You got Smeagol from Lord of the Rings playing Alfred. What's going on?
And I'm waiting for Killmonger to show up because that's old boy.
Yeah, because that's the dude. Because that's the dude.
Come on, man. You can't look. There's a rule.
Man.
You can't do DC and Marvel,
man.
Come on, man. You can't do.
What's a Killmonger? Who's that?
From Black Panther. Michael B. Jordan.
The guy that plays Smeagol, that played Alfred, he was his counterpart in the Black Panther.
He was the villain.
Oh, I've never seen Black Panther.
He was the white villain.
The white villain,
yeah.
They should have built future movies around the villains. I agree there. I mean, because they're like, to Wilkes' point, there's so many other villains in this Batman.
Man, Batman got a whole laundry list of bad guys, and they just keep hovering around the top portion. It's like,
yeah, if you're gonna have Joker, let him kill Robin, because that's what I remember Joker from killing Robin.
That's right.
He put a grenade in his mouth and blew him up.
Yeah, he did.
That's what I'm talking.
Harper in the building. Thank you for tuning in. Big Illinois says separate versions. The issue is, like what we've been saying, is that you can't have so many versions of a film.
Yeah.
Because then it just confuses people.
Right.
Now, unless you watch all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
And to Wilkes' point, 1 second, Ben. To Wilkes' point, at least when Christian Bale was doing it, they finally told the truth that the Joker didn't kill Batman's daddy. It was Joe Chill. It's like, well, y'all don't think I can read anymore? I mean, if you listen to my podcast, see them little words, you think I can't read, but I can actually read.
Yeah, and just, I mean, in a point to that, like, we all saw the Batman with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. The thing about that is they even changed that story because the Joker didn't kill Batman's family.
Right.
It had nothing to do. It was just a regular goon on the street. It had nothing to do with it. So now you play into this narrative that, oh, they've always known each other. You know, it's like, no, they don't know each other. Then you try to correct it 15, 20 years later.
25.
Yeah.
It's like a family lie. You never know the truth until the person on their deathbed.
Yeah.
It was your uncle that raped you.
Then you really confuse the people because now you got a standalone Joker movie.
Which was brilliant.
It's like,
that was brilliant. That movie was.
The movie's great. You're confusing people.
You can't tie. You're not tying it in.
I never watched. I could only get to like 15 minutes of that movie. I was like, you know what? I could be asleep, and it was like noon when I was watching. I had just woke up. I was like, let me go back to bed. I was like,
confusing the people out here. They just muddy in the waters. They just muddy in the water.
They ain't muddy in the water. They pissing in the water. Go ahead, say it. No blood. That's piss.
Let's do this. Favorite Batman. Favorite Batman. Keisha, is it Michael Keaton for you?
Oh, we wrapping up? That's good. All right.
No, we're not wrapping up. I'm just saying. Favorite Batman. We could go around the room.
The cartoon.
Cartoon Batman.
She talking about the one from the 90s?
Back further.
You talking about the Super Friends Batman?
Talking about the Super Friends.
Yeah,
Super Friends. Oh, okay. Because I was going to say Super Friends ain't been around for a minute.
Moviegoers will not have understanding like nerds or blurs. I know Shaka's into these. So if you want to call in, Shaka, if you got a minute, because I know you can probably give us some more more insight on this.
But no,
469-290-4077.
but I like the Batman with Michael Keaton.
I think that's always a classic. I think it's done. That one's done pretty solid. I mean, Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton did a great Bruce Wayne. I mean,
Fantastic.
and of course you had the Prince Batman music video.
Yeah. Love, come quick.
Yeah, gotta hit that Prince.
Definitely.
Thieves in the Temple, y'all. And that song by Seal was great.
Oh, that was in Batman Returns.
Oh, excuse me.
Kiss from the Rose. I got you. Don't worry.
Definitely.
Big Illinois says best Batman movie. Is that a question? Or are you saying that Michael Keaton is the best? I actually have to say the Christian Bale, because that to me that took Batman to another level. It was kind of corny. So let's all keep it real, and that kind of took it to the dark
right.
side.
And I think that's kind of what DC not DC. I guess Warner Brothers. They're stuck on that Christopher Nolan because he took it to a place where it's like, man, this is a believable city. This could be, somewhere, anywhere in the world. Versus when Tim Burton was doing it, it's like it was kind of cartoony. Yeah, it was kind of cartoony.
You talking about when Danny DeVito was the Penguin?
Yeah.
Trash.
So when you put it in a setting of, man, this looks like an actual metropolitan city that it could be believable. I think that's kind of like what Warner Brothers wanted to stick with at that point. But I mean, that's just my thoughts.
One thing I do like about it is what you said, because a lot of those places are in Chicago. Y'all don't know it because y'all never been there.
Yeah,
but a lot of that stuff is from Chicago.
Yeah, they've used Chicago twice now because, like I said, Christopher Nolan used Chicago, and now this one. So it's got.
I thought it was New York. It looked like
some of that stuff.
It's based on Gotham is based on New York, but they always use Chicago as the premise.
It's this the movie's so long. I said I was gonna remember that scene, but I was thinking it was only gonna be 20 more minutes in the movie. But it's
surprise.
So this is one scene when they pan from this one tower, and it's like a tower, and they come to the L. That's Chicago. That's a LaSalle Street.
Okay. Nice. I was wondering that because to me, I thought it was all New York. There's
a lot of Chicago in there. Like when he jumped off the thing and then he hit the bottom of the train. And he fell on the bus.
Yeah,
that's the same street.
Wow, did not know that.
Crazy.
And then I got a ticket right where he fell.
He'll call in a minute. We appreciate that. Anybody who wants to call in, the phone line is open. We definitely want to engage you guys tonight. Now, I think it didn't have any sense of. I mean, I didn't want it to be comical, but they didn't really have any humor at all. It was just like dry conversations. Like, come on, you gotta. It didn't really get anywhere past just I'm talking to somebody I don't like. That's what the whole movie kind of was about. A funny moment is when he tried to start his car up and it looked like he didn't start it all the way. And it jerked. But other than that, it wasn't.
And then he was too millennial for me. I don't care about the money. It's about the criminals. Shut the hell up, man. How you gonna pay for these gadgets, man? You better make this money, chump.
It's good to see
my daddy.
It's
I know I ain't so
bad. Spilling over into the
let you die. Give up all this money.
Yeah, you need money, okay?
Yeah.
Like, you ain't a superhero, homie. You can't fly without these gadgets. Hey, another thing. Take that damn cape off, Batman. The cape is over. Keep the little fly thing on him, but the cape, get rid of it, man. Ain't nobody running with no cape no more. That cape thing, if you can fly like Superman, you can get a cape. Like Neo got a cape. You can't
he just need to run around.
Everybody cape kill your ass.
He just need to run around, no flying. Just run it everywhere.
And then how's Batman walking through the door? What? You know who I am? No, man, I don't know who you are. You're just a dude walking around with a collar on. Man, you don't get your ass out. They need to redo the whole Get Down, man. When he knocked on that damn door of that club and said, "Do you know who I am?" I'd have slammed the door on his ass. Like,
But he wasn't back then. He was Bruce Wayne, right?
no,
Right,
he had the fat suit on.
He
Remember?
went back twice. I think he went back twice. Because
Remember he
okay.
went to the nightclub and the
People.
twins came to the door. Do you know who I am? You walking in, man.
homie,
You ain't no superhero.
I have a question.
That man ain't no superhero, man. He got some hands.
Yeah.
And that's it, man. If
Yeah,
that's
go
the
ahead.
case, I'm a superhero. I'm black man. I'm finna knock on some.
Blank man.
How you knocking on the door? You're a superhero, man.
Yes.
You not. Come on, man. I've been
He being polite.
watching
Just
Batman
kick the
since-
door in, man. He being polite.
Yeah. Do you know who I am? What?
That was cool.
Who's this buster?
And, hey, and I usually never get mad at this. Why were no brothers in this damn movie, man?
Yeah, not
That
this
part.
time.
There was one
Jeffrey-
black person in this movie.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright. That was
And
it.
her hair didn't even, and I told about her hair, so we're not gonna talk about that no more because they put me in a bad mood. But anyway, I have a question. Who was that? Who was the? I guess the Riddler talking to in the crazy house.
The Joker.
The one and only.
That's who
The
that
Joker. Yeah.
The Joker.
Somebody told me they thought it was Two-Face, but I was like, it's not Two-Face.
Nah,
It's-
the laugh.
They can't help
So-
themselves. They have to have
They
the
keep
Joker
going to the
in
same
there
well.
regardless.
Now, to answer to piggyback off of what your question, Keisha, I thought he was talking to himself. I thought it was like the voice in his head because they didn't show anybody else until they finally like pan the camera over and then you see he was talking to somebody. But
Well, that would have been a twist for the Riddler because he didn't have like schizophrenia. But if they would have done that, then yeah, that would have been new.
And
For the
since the
Riddler.
Riddler knows so damn much, he know everybody's secrets. Why you don't know Bruce Wayne Batman?
Right.
yeah, that part too. I was waiting for him to say, "Hello, Bruce. I know who you
But
are."
he did
He
call
just never
him
said
Bruce
it.
Wayne when he was
No.
in.
He was speaking of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, because technically,
I don't
there's
think he
only
was speaking. I
one
don't think he
person
was
that
saying
knows
it was him. I think he was just speaking.
I thought he was calling him Bruce Wayne
Mm.
when he went to visit him, and I guess and Batman lost his shit. He started banging on the glass.
Yeah, not Batman. Carl Thomas. He all emotional.
Yeah, all they had to do was have some brain sit down.
At all.
Y'all people tell him,
Carl
I give
Thomas.
it one night.
I'm telling
I
you.
know we not there yet, but don't even ask.
It-
I give it one
it-
night.
it-
Yeah, he did. He
R.
did.
Kelly did music on the Batman soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gotham for the
The
Ghetto.
song called Gotham.
Yeah, he had the matter of fact, he had the Batmobile in one of the videos.
Yeah.
He said he need a what did he say? He need a Gotham for the ghettos or something like
Yeah,
that.
Gotham for the Ghetto or something like that.
And you
Wow.
couldn't
Oh, I
even
put that on
see
my
now.
You. Y'all
I
know
will-
he's not guilty, right?
You said he not what?
Hey,
He's not guilty, right?
hey, okay. You say R. Kelly not guilty. I'm gonna help you out, Lizzie. I'm gonna help you out.
We can fade the black.
You
We can
gotta
fade
take the
black.
ball from somebody.
Yeah, we
He's
gotta take
from
the ball
Chicago, and this is a real story. I'm finna tell you. Remember, he was with the public announcement at first, right?
And
And he had that song, "You Got That Vibe."
Sing it again.
No. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You gotta rewind it if you were here.
Man, yeah, you gotta watch it.
You gotta play it
Watch
back.
the video.
My bad. Go ahead.
So no kid, this is a real story. At the time, I was boycotting R&B because every time somebody with R&B would come out, they would diss rap music. So, and I was immersed into the hip hop culture. So I had a vendetta against anybody singing, right? Not anybody but Isaac Hayes, because Isaac Hayes came out and said, as long as you don't embarrass me, you can use my music. So I'm like, okay, Isaac is cool. The rest of y'all, I hope y'all get hit by a truck. So they playing the hell out of R. Kelly song. You got that vibe. Every time you turn around, a car drive past. Vibe. I'm like, damn. I
Wow.
go to my man Big P crib. I say, yo, P, what's with this vibe, dude? And I don't remember who was in Patrick's house, but they was like, oh man, that's old boy R. Kelly. you know, he from the South. That's the dude on the train. I said, yeah, I used to walk past homeboy. I used to walk past him. Yeah, oh, that's him. Huh? That's kind of cool. Yeah, you know, he'd be up at Kenwood still messing with them little girls. Real story.
Wow.
That was like 1990.
And
you said you used to walk past him?
He used to be in the subway singing.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? Whoever told you that story is a damn lie.
And baby.
I'm not trying to hear nothing there. They're a damn lie. Just like OJ didn't do it, and now we fixing to move on because I can't believe you fell for the old banana in the tail.
You know what? R. Kelly ain't guilty either, because you know what, Keysha?
What?
You all right with me? Forget what they say about you at them anti-Keysha meetings with the good finger food.
Anti-Keysha meetings.
So I stayed there some good pizza. OJ didn't do it.
OJ didn't do it, but he was the offensive coordinator in that situation.
Look,
OJ didn't do it, but he was sitting in the corner. Oh, cut that part right there.
Look. If you think OJ did it, all I want you to do is go find me a 40-some-year-old man and have him kill 2 people and cut one of their heads off and get a little blood on them. Just show me how you can get in a white van with beige interior and enough blood to be in your socks, and they have to find, and no blood in your sump pump or nothing of that. Hey, now if you ask me, they got the beeper number of the dude who did it.
I need to know how many Keysha. I need to know how many posters Keysha got of R. Kelly. How many posters on the wall?
Enough. And all the free R. Kelly rallies, I'll be in attendance.
Only the free ones.
Hey, Keish, trust
me. We got to pay $5.
I wrote him and told him he can come stay with me when he get out.
Don't forget the cup of pee-pee.
Keish, trust me.
Don't forget the cup by the bed.
You gotta have your cup with the piss. Don't forget it. When you have to.
Hey, Keys, I'm just letting you know. Yo. Back then, when that started, I used to have my own business.
You already gotta say it.
I used to have my own business.
I used to have tapes. I mean,
all that stuff broke in February.
How can
somebody I know had that video in January. That's all I'm saying. The story broke in February. The ish hit the fan in April. I'm just saying, Keysha.
We had a. They made a movie of the Pamela Anderson tape. They need to make a movie or a documentary on the OJ.
Anybody who rolled an OJ, I ain't finna. Whatever you say, Keysha, from here on out, I'm agreeing. But
there ain't no way he could have did that on his own.
And whoever had that video of R. Kelly, it was.
I don't know, because that's child pornography if you owned it. So I heard of people who had it. I didn't have it. But I heard.
Speaking to the mic, I didn't have it.
I didn't. I was not in possession.
I did not own it. I did not watch it. But I know of people who owned and watched it. And they're credible. And they told me, after me never seeing it, that it really looked like Aura.
Hey, that thing, I think it was blurry.
Do you consider to be your friend?
One of my homeboys who ain't even living no more. He live in like Afghanistan.
Yeah, nothing wrong.
He told me that
a
clear version.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
he hit the track button on it. He hit the track button.
Yeah, hey, Keish. He had, according to him, Keish, he had a 4K copy of this.
4K before.
Wait a minute.
4K.
Yeah, 1080p before 1080p.
I'm not. Hey, Keish, when you said the OJ thing, you signed me up. But
And Mr. Rap, are these people still your friends?
I don't know them anymore because if you openly admit that you watched a child pornographic movie, there is no statute of limitations on that. So I don't want to incriminate my homeboy.
Wow. Okay, so you do.
I have it on good. What do they say? This is a reliable source.
We got a caller on the line. Let's just bring him in.
Oh, yeah, caller. Hi, caller.
What's your name? What you want to talk about?
Hang
good,
up.
Man. Good to hear you. Can everybody...
It's on mute. It's on mute.
It's R. Kelly.
Ooh, dang something.
No, not like that video. Oh, Lord.
I don't see nothing wrong. Are they gone? Did they say?
I guess that's it. Maybe they're on mute. Maybe they're on mute.
Keith Sweat. I seen none of some of his old songs.
I can't hear anything.
You might be young, but you ready. That is the
hold on a second. Y'all can't hear him?
Nope.
We can't hear him. All right, hold on a second.
Keish, do you see what Charlotte just said?
Mm-mm.
All right, keep talking, Shaka. No.
Hey, put Charlotte's comment on the screen so Keish can see that.
She said he came around there regularly looking for girls, and this was in the 90s. Everyone in Chicago knows. That's a lie. That's a lie. And whoever started that lie going straight to hell.
Yeah.
A lie.
Hey, Keith. We got the Pootie Tang. We got the OJ.
Nah.
I will never side with you on R. Kelly.
No, I ain't never gonna bring up the Ara again. I'm just saying, because you my sister and Pootie, I'm rocking with you. And now you didn't put OJ in.
Hold on a second, White. Can y'all hear?
We still can't. We still can't hear them. We can't hear anything. I don't hear anything. Okay. I don't hear that call. I don't hear that caller, I should say. Okay, unlike Miss Walker that don't want to hear R. Kelly guilty, but I can't hear the caller.
Hey, I don't know if R. Kelly was guilty or not. I'm just saying. I know of people.
Let me.
We hush.
Hold on a second, y'all. All right. What about now? Can y'all hear him? Go ahead and talk.
No,
Negative. Okay.
I can hear R. Kelly though.
I don't see nothing.
Let me out. What are you saying? Turnkey.
Let me out.
Take that comment off. It's making my Agent Orange act up.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, we could hear you, Shaka.
Can you play a sound bite like you do, like the little sound clip you got?
Yeah, hold on. This is what happens when you live. We're trying to figure out what's shouldn't be doing this stuff. I should be able to hear. All right, can y'all hear this?
Nope. I didn't hear anything.
Remember we were little, they said, can you hear that beep? You raise your hand.
The last two comments, insane.
What they say?
Pastor Don said R. Kelly could be the next Batman. And then Big Illinois said, look cute Aaliyah. Got that vibe.
Ben, you got some technical difficulties. We don't hear anything, Ben. We don't hear anything. I hear you, but I don't hear if you talking.
All right, we'll try it again. We'll try it again later. Sorry about that. I thought. All right.
Next week we talk about R. Kelly.
All right.
You want me to call in and B so y'all can see if y'all can hear me?
Another time.
I hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me now, right?
We are always.
We can hear you. We just couldn't hear the caller. We couldn't hear the. Yeah.
We'll have to test it out again. I thought everything was all connected, but anyway, let's get to some of these let's get to some of these comments, which y'all already kind of talking
comments.
about it. This was Pastor Dodd. They can let R. Kelly be the next. He not
You
gonna be-
gotta
he
go
not gonna
break
be the
my
next
side. I'm with you, bro.
Huh?
Little cute Leah got it.
I'm gonna skip over that one. Seems like you ready. Hey, yeah. Skip over that.
Wow.
All right. Let's kind of bring it back. Let's bring it back around.
And OJ, I'm just,
Bring it back around to this. So the makeup job they did on Colin Farrell, we gotta applaud that. I didn't know that was him until somebody said something. I think that was
sometimes you can kind of catch like who that is, but I couldn't see anything that was resembled Colin Farrell. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, they got me on that one.
Yeah. If there was one positive thing, that makeup job they did on him, I couldn't tell that was him at all.
And that fro they put on Jeffrey Wright, because my man started about right here.
Oh yeah. So he
got
I ain't gonna say he old.
I think he always bald, ain't he?
Yeah, I think he rocking the ball. But when they grow back, it's like right here.
Yeah, he got the George Jefferson.
Oh, as a matter of fact, it's kind of like mine. Putting golf, got the putting green right here. Kind of got the.
He got the George Jefferson.
Man, that man got a toilet seat on his head.
Yeah.
But
and then his fro wasn't even jacked up like Wesley Snipes was. Boy, that
Wesley Snipes, that just was too obvious. I'm like, come on, guys.
I'm like, man, Wesley.
He gonna put his helmet on you, Wesley.
Like, what are they doing, Wesley? What are they doing?
But Jeffrey Wright is a very underrated actor.
He was Don Cheadle.
He was also in Monster. Y'all remember that? That was an early film we did. Keisha, you got any thoughts on Jeffrey Wright, the only black person in the movie? Besides the mayor, the future mayor, she was black.
Mm-mm.
Her hair wasn't black.
It wasn't enough blacks in the movie, like A-Trap said, but you don't want my opinion because I don't ever stay on topic.
Nah, go ahead.
I didn't like this movie. I mean,
I need her to have that mayhem energy.
Yeah. This week's version of Wilkes is Keisha.
Definitely got it.
I need it.
That exactly. I'm. What we watching next?
Yes, Keisha. Yes.
All right.
What we doing next?
Next week, just to give you guys a heads
I don't want to
up.
watch Kimmy.
You don't want to watch Kimmy? That's what we doing next week.
Yes.
Have you seen it already?
Can we watch Magic Mike 2?
Nah.
We can talk about when Strayhead was stripping. Oh.
No.
Oh, wow.
You
came out to
you ready for your
He came out to Freaking You by Jodeci. I lost my mind.
Michael Strahan did?
This is the same lady that doesn't think R. Kelly's not guilty. It's okay.
He's not. But Magic Mike 2. We gotta do a review on Magic Mike, but okay, we'll do Kimmy. I watched Kimmy. How many hours is it?
Yeah. Hey,
it shouldn't be that long. Hold on.
How
Let's
long
do a little on the air. It's an hour and 29 minutes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, let's do it.
Robin Givens I watched the movie and Robin Givens is in it. I don't remember seeing her in there, but
Robin Givens.
Robin Givens is in the movie. Now that's what it says.
Where the hell she been?
I don't know.
I know, right?
Wow.
She like a fossil. I bet.
She got a role?
She's still waiting on Marcus to come back.
The last thing she was in was Dear Christmas.
Marcus, Marcus.
I thought the last thing she was in was in that movie with the dude with the sleepy eye. With the sleepy eye. That's him, Forrest Whitaker.
I thought the last thing she was in was that Mike Tyson Diet Coke commercial.
I'm out.
Bye.
Batman was dope. You talking about the one the Batman?
Rage in Harlem. That's right, Bill.
I'm not gonna say it was dope.
I'm looking over whoever said that.
Hey, you got to do that movie.
Tiger Park, Head of State. Wasn't that Chris Rock and Bernie Mac?
Yeah.
Yep.
She was in that?
She was in that too.
Damn. Last thing I seen her in was when Marcus got her ass with Holly Berry. She's still laying in them same drawers in that same bed.
Wait a minute. What movie was that?
Boomerang.
Boomerang.
Oh, okay. Boomerang. Okay.
That's the last time I seen her.
Nah.
She in them same drawers in that same
That
bed.
Mike Tyson Coke commercial. That's the last time I saw him. Seriously. No joke. That's the last time the lady disappeared after that.
Yeah,
Right.
she really. I think that relationship.
Well, I take that back. I watched that Mike Tyson documentary. She was in there playing herself. She was interviewing.
I never thought what was so sexy about her.
Yeah, she definitely did become
a big head and a little body. She never grew into a head.
She became a sex symbol for whatever reason, but I don't know.
Head Molati. She got more head than she had body.
I don't know. I don't remember. Rage in Harlem. I don't know. Anybody know what that is?
Yeah, that was a movie before.
Yeah, I remember that movie. Yeah.
Is that Jesus' mama?
That's old right there.
Hey man, that's the greatest line in the history of movies. Hey, look, that's his mama. Jesus? Oh, his mama. That's Jesus' mama. Oh, gosh.
Hey, Forrest Whitaker is definitely. I don't know. I'm not gonna say underrated, man. But Forrest Whitaker's been in a lot.
He taking them lines. He taking them lines, man. Whatever the roles is, he taking them.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
She was Chris Rock's crazy girlfriend in Head of State.
She was, because Tamala Williams was the girl he was digging.
Big Illinois says best Batman movie. Watching in IMAX format on your TV with Dolby Atmos. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't watch that. I wouldn't watch that movie again at gunpoint. Tell you what, if y'all give me the Powerball month numbers Friday, the Mega Million numbers Friday, I'll watch it. Otherwise, I'm not ever watching that shit.
He said he would watch it at gunpoint. That's pretty serious.
That's that damn movie, man. It's too long, man.
I had to watch it in spurts. Well, last night the power went out. I think I watched like 30 minutes. So I watched it.
I've been watching that movie since Friday.
Yeah. Once that power went out, it was a wrap.
That's a wrap. I'm done.
My power was on, and I still didn't watch it.
Still didn't watch it.
Wow.
Right.
While we're doing this, we're just gonna do some testing out. Somebody call Keysha. I don't know if you're on your phone right now, but you can call in real quick just to see.
Keysha wanted to call in with a R. Kelly comment.
Okay, what's the number?
469-290.
Hold on. 469-290.
Yep, 4367.
Okay.
I can't agree with that.
All right, can y'all hear that ringing sound?
We hear the ringing.
Okay. All right,
you gotta say something.
Hello.
Hang up, please.
Is it me?
Hey, cut it. Thank you, man. Wrong number.
Y'all can hear it? All right, cool.
I'm looping.
Y'all welcome. Have a blessed night.
All right, so whatever I just did that seemed like that.
Oh, I had a comment because we got some people in the chat room here. So we all know who, well, to the comic people out there or the Batman fans, we all know who Bane is. Did Batman have the serum that Bane, the venom that he used when he got hit with the shotgun?
Yeah, he get hit.
Wasn't that the Bane liquid?
I thought he was dead. I mean, because that
He
shotgun.
he pulled out that Bane, that venom, that serum. That's what Bane used.
That's what I was wondering what that was. Because he just
I thought it was going to turn him into the Green Goblin.
Yeah, wrong movie.
wrong
franchise. And then I thought about it, and I was like, I don't think that's it. I think that's Spider-Man.
No, I don't think that's right. Yeah,
I thought that's just how all of it I was.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bane, I've been through with Batman. I've been through with Batman since that time. He was fighting Bane, right? And Bane was hitting the pillars of the building and was breaking the pillars of the building. And he punched Batman. He just went, oh, I'm like, hold on, slow down.
he got to slow it down a little bit.
Hey, Bane was stopping a mud hole in Batman. I was like, Batman should have died in that fight scene. He was
that's the way it should be. That's the way it is. That's the way it should go.
When he got shot with the shotgun, I thought he was dead. I'm like, I don't know how you come back.
I mean, your suit ready for a shotgun.
Yeah, I was dead too.
Point blank.
But then he got that kiss from the Catwoman. It was like Sleeping Beauty, and I'm like,
it was Catwoman. He got the kiss from, all right.
Why me, Jesus? What have I done?
What? I just said he got kissed from the cat.
Go ahead, Shaka. Call back, man.
Yeah, call back, Shaka.
Call back, Shaka.
Let me read this comment. Y'all tripping. Last Batman was dope. Batman is the only DC Comics movie that they ever get right after they've gotten right 3 times. I don't know. Let's go,
man.
All right, this is actually somebody else. Let's see who this is.
Answer the phone.
What's going on? What you want to talk about? You're calling into the Fourcast.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Ready, Kev?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, man, I truly appreciate you guys because, I'm a big Batman guy. I've loved all the series. The last version, I think, has been the best, right? When I saw this movie, I just like, what's the point, right? And I wasn't going to watch it. And when I saw you guys going to review it, I said, well, this weekend I'm going to take the time and I'm going to take, I'm going to go ahead and watch it. And I didn't have time. And I said, well, you know what? That's okay. Because my guys are going to hit me to whether or not I should take the time and invest the time in watching it. And so I appreciate all the comments. Because, man, that would have been 3 hours of my life I would have wasted. So, guys, I appreciate you guys. You know I'm sharing the video. Guys, everybody in the chat room, share the video. Share it. These guys are good on point, man. They're saving you guys.
We appreciate it. We're trying to save you. Yeah.
While we got you on your phone, while we got you on the phone, who's your favorite Batman?
Christian Bale.
Okay.
Because I like the dark side. I like because Affleck, he was cool, right? But it wasn't dark enough. Because if you really understood Batman, the series, right? He had a dark side, a true dark side, right? And I think it was not this movie, right? But all the versions prior to this, you really saw, they actually went back and told some of the truth, right? And really showed his dark side. And that's what I could appreciate, right? That comic book crap they did with, even though I'm a big Prince fan, right? But that whole back then, that was just crap. That was just a load of crap. And then with Ben Affleck, it was okay, but it didn't really dive deep into it, right?
Right.
And but that last version, prior to this movie, I think really dove deep, told some truths, and really brought the dark side of Batman. So that's what I could really appreciate. And like I said, I didn't get the point. When I saw this movie come out, I said, what's the point? Why, is this a continuation?
Yeah, that's why I said it's no relation. Yeah.
I never did get into it.
Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't relate to any other film that happened. It was another movie where they're starting over, and that was the thing with when they chose Patterson. I'm like, I don't know if this dude got it either. That was my initial thinking. I don't know if he has it. It's a different type of, different type of mindset you got to be in to play Batman.
Yeah.
It's a lot to live up to.
Yeah, so man, look, I appreciate you guys for real, because I would have been so pissed off. Just listening to you guys' review, I'm like, some people may say, man, why are they saying that? Or what's that? Look, there's so much value of what you guys did tonight. You saved 3 hours of a lot of people's lives. You just don't realize it.
I'm glad we can help out.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
And OJ didn't do it, but
you did go right.
I'm out.
I appreciate you.
OJ didn't do it, but Kelly did it.
That was Raider Kev.
All right. Is that what it said?
Phone line is open back up. Call in, sir. Let's see. We got a couple comments. Tiger Park says number 1, Black Panther. Number 2, Infinity War. Infinity War was a great series. Dark Knight, Civil War, Dark Knight Rises, best superhero movies ever. I think I agree with that list. This was the funny comment, Bill Harvey. If he's saying the other Batmans were light skinned, he's looking for the
wow.
Bill Harvey coming in. Let's see. This was a comment by James Dodd. Hillsong is a documentary on Hills Ongoing. I know that church has got a lot. I don't know if that's what he's saying. I don't know if that's what he's saying. But that's a lot. That's a lot going on with that whole church. I've been meaning to check out that documentary. But Shaka, you can call back now. Sorry, we had Raider Kev that called in right before you. It's from Year One Comics. Is that what we're saying from this particular movie? I know it was early because they never called him Batman. I don't know if y'all realize that. They purposely he said, I'm vengeance. Like, okay, but you're Batman. That's the whole
indentures. What would they call them in the last movie? The slaves?
Oh yeah. Domestics.
He was the domestic Batman.
All right.
I can hear everybody. Can everybody hear me?
Word.
All right.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Great conversation here. Raider Kev said some good things on this here, but the Batman movie was entertaining. One thing that we have to realize about this particular series versus the past Batman series is that this is no gadgets. This is nothing that we are used to in the past. The greatest weapon that Batman has is his mind. Now, I did not hear this in the beginning because this might have been said before. So if it's a repeat, then it's no problem at all. If not, the greatest weapon that Batman ever has is his mind. So in this movie here, we saw how smart and how he was always 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of the things. Another thing about this movie is that Batman, if I remember, this is him as he was starting his quest or his being a vigilante at the time. So he's pretty much, I'm not saying emotional, but he's not to the level like we used to seeing a Batman like a Christian Bale or Ben Affleck or even Michael Keaton, who he's more, say, mature, reserved. So I heard the sister was saying about the instance where Selena was helping him out, or some of the things, the love affair, things of that sort. These are things that you see that in the Batman genre of things here, but in his beginning of coming out, you notice here, Batman is not that dark person or that person where he's just to himself, where we see it not just in the movies, but even in the cartoon series that we see, which is called Justice League or Justice League Unlimited. Going back to the movies here, when it came to the Riddler, we're used to seeing Jim Carrey or the white boy in the Adam West series, the giggling and all this here. The one thing about the Riddler, or one thing about all these villains, is that we're seeing what they was meant to be from the comic books. And that always started from Heath Ledger, the darkness, the wickedness, the evil that the villains brought, being surrounded by the corruption of the city. So it goes to show how, one, Gotham is fucked up. Excuse me, Gotham is messed up. I probably apologize. Yeah.
You're all
right. Gotham is messed up, where you have the villains is doing their wickedness, but in actuality, they're the one that's telling the politicians and everything else how corrupt the city and the surrounding areas are. Yeah. And all they're gonna say is that, well, hell, if the politicians and the 1% can get over and get their money and do the corruption that they gonna do, well, the Joker's gonna do what he's gonna do, or the Riddler in this movie has done the way that he has done. So we're not gonna see the funny, the hoo-ha-ha, the giggling the way that we see. We're gonna see the craziness or the mental, the instability of the villains that's out there.
Yeah,
right.
You know,
appreciate the
but
comments.
But at the end of the day, it goes to show that, was the movie a pretty long here? I think they could have took out at least a good 20 minutes or half an hour. Yeah, but this movie was entertaining.
Slow down, Shaka. 20 minutes. Bruh, you my man, 100 grand. They could have took an hour out of this shit, man. Come on, Shaka, man. I'm a comic book dude too, man. I used to read the joints, man. Shout out to my cousin Craig. He used to give me all the comic books, but this shit was too long, man.
Now, what would
what way?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. There was too many instances in which they should have, they could have. It was like they get you to okay, when you're telling a story, it seems as if you come to a apex and then it'll level out and then you close it out. It kept coming to an apex, then go back to the ground. Then come to an apex, then go back to the ground. It was like a comic book Spike Lee movie, man. And I probably would have enjoyed it, Shaka, if it would have ended at least 90 minutes earlier.
Now, here's a question for you, Shaka and Wilkes. I want you to chime in on this too. Was this true to the comic book? Because I know a lot of that's a lot of people's anger sometimes. It's not true to the book, not true to the comic. So
I'll let Shaka answer go first. I'll let him.
I think that it was to show Batman, and I guess I said earlier, his greatest weapon was his mind. That was true to the comic book. The way he, how he moved and how he solved things, or how he did crime scene, things of that sort. That was true to the comic books here. Of course, the corruption that you saw in Gotham, and the 1% and all there. That's true to the comics there. Yeah. The one thing that I did not like, and if Brother Wilkes can help me out on this, I only saw the movie once, and I said, okay, I saw it once. I'm cool. It's entertainment. I was watching some other things here. I believe that the Riddler knew the identity of Batman.
Yes, there is a
that.
Yeah.
And,
So
and with that, that is not true to the comic book. Now, depending on who's the writer, Brother Wilkes, anybody here, you can write it the way you want to write it.
Oh, absolutely.
And you can do this here. But I would say this, and I'll let Brother Wilkes speak on this here, and I think Brother can bear witness to this, and H-Rap too. There's a difference between the comic books and the movies. And movies, regardless DC or Marvel, they got carte blanche to write wherever they want to write for use the basis of the comics as their platform to choose or to write the way it is. So if the movie said we want to show who's the identity of Batman and it's Bruce Wayne, then the movie DC Entertainment can do that versus the DC comic book line is going to keep that, under wraps.
Okay. Before you go, Shaka, if you're about to go, but before you go,
I'm about to go line.
I can dig that. I can dig that it is a premise that has many tentacles, right? But damn, man, can you look when you have an audience? You need to be able to make that audience follow the story, because you can't have a Batman that's not Batman, because then you just some dude.
Yeah.
When you do a Superman movie, that's like, well, he couldn't really fly at the beginning, and he had to go find the green stick in the Fortress of Solitude before he could. No, you got to me, you have to follow some storyline. And okay, and I said this before you came on, and I'd like to hear your opinion.
We'll go to Will.
Is this a continuation of Gotham then, the television show? Because that's the vibe I got.
No, I don't think this is a continuation of Gotham. I think that, in my opinion, it's separated, and that's DC's or Warner Brothers issues that they have, which I agree with everybody said. Is so many variations of stories and all this here. It just makes it dazed and confused on what you see. What you have going on.
Absolutely.
So one thing that I heard Brother Wilkes says here about, and I apologize going all over the place when you're talking about the Flash. What's the storyline? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Flash should never be doing nothing.
Oh, Flashpoint.
Right. Flashpoint. They got so many storylines that's going on. That you got so many variations of characters. They've got Batman or Superman or things of that sort. But as far as it's connected to Gotham, it isn't. But one thing that they all have in common, it goes to show that there's always corruptions. There's issues that's in it. So that's something that's consistent. But there's no connection to me to the Fox Gotham show to Warner Brothers version of the Batman, if that makes sense.
Right.
We appreciate you, Shaka, calling in. Give me your 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. What would you rate the Batman before we let you go?
I give Batman a 3.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
I give the Batman series a 3. It's entertaining there for it. But when I watch it again, if I ain't got nothing else on TV here for it, I probably watch it again to get a little clarity. But to watch it over and over again like other comic book shows, nah. I'd watch it one more time.
I appreciate you, Shaka.
I watch it go
no
on.
problem. Peace out, everybody.
All right, have a good one.
All right now. Wow.
Shaka dropping that knowledge. If y'all can see that.
Shaka made it better. So instead of my rating being double bag of doo-doo,
I gotta read some of these. I gotta read some of these comments. And this is what we may have to do. Miles Davis, the Miles Davis documentary, which I didn't know that would actually be great. Batman's greatest weapon. I think it is his money, because without his money, I don't think he would be able to do everything he was able to do.
Like he said, hey, he ain't no being. At best, Batman is a ninja. At his best.
He was trained by the hand.
Because, hey, man, he can't fly. I'm with Big Mo. The chump ain't that smart, because y'all forgetting the scene when Alfred figured out the damn riddle sitting at the computer. Alfred been figuring this out all. Look, because I be watching.
Alfred that's the biggest weapon, actually, is Alfred.
The thing about Alfred is, if you go back, Alfred was a part of a Secret Service, and he
that's what I was about to say. I've been watching Pennyworth. I found out.
Yeah, because they even touched on that in the Batman the Animated Series and some of the comic books. So yeah, Alfred was already pretty sharp. He just played the dumb butler, not really too dumb, but
I watched Pennyworth. Alfred harder than finding a job, Jack.
Because even in Gotham, they talked about it in Gotham.
Alfred got hands, man.
Yeah.
See, man, Batman, ain't no superhero, man.
He coming out
human.
If I'm not mistaken, in Gotham, wasn't he teaching Batman the hand-to-hand combat?
Yeah, he taught him how to throw some hands.
In the Gotham, but of course, obviously in the comics, it was with.
But see, that's why I think this is a continuation of Gotham, because at the end of Gotham, he was like 21, 22 years old. He had the slick Mustang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The rest of this stuff, this long ass.
I mean, it's a vampire and a bat, so it kind of go together, right?
Vampire.
Only he did have some gadgets though. He had that ass shit like Kelly Robinson, 57 and 0, and he'll whoop your ass.
That was them. This is CJ always blazing. Whoever's calling in know way too much about the political state of Gotham. Hey, he knows this stuff.
But it's established itself like that, because if you watch the Christian Bale movies, if you go back to the Falcone, I mean, it's organized crime. That's what originally Batman was fighting, political corruption.
Well, Batman need to be in Chicago. That's nerd alert.
What you said, like he was at some point.
Yeah, the pictures is from Chicago, but the Windy City ain't got nothing to do with the weather. That's because the politicians blow smoke up your butt.
We going negatives now. To the negative two.
He took all the mics.
Dang.
I just think, you know what? I was enjoying it until it kept going. It was the Energizer Bunny movie.
It was too long with. I agree with you, A-Trap. It was like up and down. It would have a high moment, then it would be.
Right.
He would be in the dark. How are you in the dark typing? Like he typing a paper or something. You in the dark. How you even see?
Then he put the shades on because he's nocturnal. Now, man, get your ass up.
I think to Shaka's point, Alfred is Batman's greatest weapon, because without him, how far along would he be?
He ain't got no hands. Alfred probably invented that ass stuff.
Yeah, he was.
Batman is a dude with a nice amount of money.
He was the gadget guy.
And why don't nobody? Where is he going to change out of that bat suit and put it in that backpack?
I don't know. It wasn't like
ain't nobody with their Instagram out there.
You probably
it could have been
no
like
cameras.
It could have been like Wonder Woman. You know how she used to just turn around?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Linda Carter.
Since so many people have said that man, gay.
Linda Carter spin around.
Yeah. Did you see what Bill Harvey said?
Turn around like Linda Carter.
Yeah.
He was probably in the alley in his tidy whities.
Hey man,
like, hold on a minute.
Batman out there in the rain. And why is it always raining? That man would have froze to death.
He looked like he wear boxers. Because tidy whities are for the men that's got a little something extra. So he looked like he wear boxers. So don't give him tidy whities.
Wow.
Well, you can have that one by yourself, Keish.
Yeah, we're going to let her.
You can do the draws commentary.
Yeah.
Wilkes got the ugly kid. I got the jokes.
Thank you.
Hey, there wasn't no ugly kids in this movie, Wilkes.
Yeah, I was looking, but it was
only one. And that kid almost drowned.
Yeah.
You need that nanotech to start.
No, I ain't like that either, big dog. Hey man, you got to put up some of them Bill Harvey comments, man.
I did. Yeah, I think
all of it.
Bill Harvey be sneaky with his too. He just come in. Let's see this one. Oh, let me go to the first one. He said, he seemed like he lost his mind in this one. When Alfred solved the riddle, he he was already mad at Alfred throughout the whole movie because it was like, you're not my daddy. Like that part was.
I know I ain't your daddy.
I know
I live.
And then I thought Alfred was dead. The way the whole thing blew up in his hand. But I was like, that wouldn't make sense.
That's the comic. They touched on that in the comic too, but it's a small moment. But now,
but Alfred can't die.
You can't take Alfred out, man. Alfred around till he old man.
Right.
Yeah. Alfred is the storyline. He is the Batman.
Exactly.
Thank you, Alfred.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got he walked into crime scene, and within minutes he broke down the crime area. You can't do that with money. That's a good point. Y'all probably like Blank Man. Blank Man was. I watched it.
It's just like Tony. It's just like Tony Stark. Tony Stark is the Batman, money wise, of Marvel.
But Tony Stark is actually smart though.
Smart as shit. I mean, damn. So
Batman,
and that's not because of the money. He's just that money just kind of elevated.
Daddy smart.
Y'all agree with this? Tony Stark would body Batman though. Low key.
Whoop Bruce Wayne ass, man.
Oh God!
I said
one hit from Iron Man repulsor ray is over, bro. It's done. Photon cannon is over.
What? Hold on. You don't believe what?
I believe that Bruce Wayne would really give Stark a run for his money.
Oh no!
Yeah, he'll run because he ain't got his money as much money as Tony.
I'm sorry.
With that photon cannon, it's over.
He'll whoop that man ass.
Alfred raised him. He did.
Okay, Ben. Is Tony Stark a superhero?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
He ain't no superhero. He's super rich.
What is he? I mean, but he uses his.
So Elon Musk a superhero? Bill Gates a superhero now?
Nah.
You got to. Miss Harper got a comment. Miss Harper got a challenge.
There's no way, Keysha. Guys with boxers.
Here we go.
No, man. Absolutely not. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Put your AirPods on. Now, Miss Harper. Now, Miss Harper.
Let's see. Saga says, young, emotional Bruce Wayne, as he got older, he was able to check his emotions. Yeah, he was real. Carl
Thomas, man. He was
real moist in this movie.
So
moist. Oh, he was a honey bun ass in the movie, huh?
Yeah.
Dally.
She said, I'm here.
Said moist.
He was. He just
like
looked like
man, Trey Mackey say he lettuce hard on the outside. Michael Terry said that.
Like the dude didn't smile ever. He was constantly in the dark.
Just upset.
Homeboy was ugly too, man. I mean, I ain't LBGTQ, but homeboy too ugly to be Batman.
Bruce Wayne has superhuman strength. No.
Yeah, superhuman strength.
Nah. So like Captain America level Tony Stark is the average man.
Hey.
No.
Teach me some karate.
I want to hear what he has to say. I want to hear him talk about this movie, Mr. Boyd. Can we still take calls?
We can take calls. We got to put CJ on a CJ.
Yeah. You got to put him on a 5-second delay.
We have to put a clock. CJ, if you're free,
he gonna come on here and ML's gonna come out immediately.
469-29.
Can you censor yourself and give us a call, please?
CJ,
what's
maybe
469-290-4366.
Hey, no multi-syllable words, Mr. Boyd.
Miss Boyd, you say whatever the Lord lay on your heart.
CJ, good people though. CJ, good people. He is on
CJ
Elevate.
CJ talking about it.
CJ, good people, man.
Forget it, man. And in a couple years, I'm gonna be a superhero, y'all. Because Ben said, if you got that paper, you're a superhero.
You got the gadgets to make you fly. Most people can't fly on their own. Only a handful of people.
Superheroes can. That's the whole point of damn super.
Wow. I'm glad I can take a break this week and let other people take the stage.
Yeah.
Look, show me another superhero besides Tony Stark's that can't fly or can't do something extra. Like Wolverine, if you shoot him, he's gonna blow a hole in his head and the head gonna heal. If you shoot Batman right here, he gonna be introduced to Dr. King.
It's over.
DJ, what's going on?
Yes, sir. What's good?
What's up, Keysha? Keysha, I'm gonna let you ask away if you got any questions.
No, I just want to hear him verbally say the things that he's been writing. Like, just what are your thoughts on this movie?
So first off, I'm gonna keep it short, because I gotta, attend to my little baby boy. But so first off, the movie was, was trash. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it true. I couldn't even finish it because I couldn't even take Homeboy seriously. Like, I was like, brother, you was just beefing with a wolf like 2 movies ago. I was like, man, nah. All right, bro. I was like, all right, whatever, right? But I tried to give it a chance. I was like, I don't know. I tried to give it a chance because if you ask me, Christian Bale was the best Batman we ever got. I feel like that's probably the best one we ever gonna get, because he been holding it down. But anyway, I gave it a shot. I couldn't even finish. I say, all right, like, I don't know what this is. Like, Buddy ain't even Batman. He like a vigilante. Like, he ain't even, like, I'm like, all right, I'm finding this off. And secondly, that comment I made about, Tony Stark and, Bruce Wayne, don't get it twisted. Iron Man will mop the floor with Bruce Wayne. However, Batman got hands, like got hands for real. And if you read the comics, Bruce Wayne is like, he's not, so like, he's super strong, but he like strong in like a Captain America way.
I gotta hold on. I gotta say something. I gotta say something right there. So in Civil War, the comic book, when Iron Man and Steve Rogers were going at it,
he was whipping him.
He was whipping his ass because Iron Man said the suit was recording every punch, every blow, and every move he was making.
He was putting it on him.
The comic book are going off the movie.
Yeah, we going off the comic. That's just what it is. You can't get the movie without the comic.
Keep going, Mr. Boyd.
Come on, Mr. Boyd. Come on.
Okay. All right.
No, you good. You good.
I'm gonna look that up.
I'm
gonna look that up because I was always under the impression, like, so look, right? Captain America and Iron Man, be like beefing and stuff, right? And when it came to that ring, Captain America was like, "Hey man, take off that suit, this damn thing," and he was serving Tony
because Captain America is a superhero,
right? Exactly. And on top of that, he's not the first super soldier. It was the black guy.
The first super soldier was a brother.
Okay,
yeah.
hold on.
That's a different conversation.
Time out. Wait a minute. Hold on. I did not ask my brother to call up here for y'all to be badgering him. Mute yourselves and let Mr. Boyd speak his mind.
He's spitting the truth. He telling us that.
Hey, that sounds cool. Hey, no. I was just saying this. I was just saying, like, I agree with y'all. Tony Stark was, like he handles Bruce Wayne. However, y'all sleeping on Bruce Wayne a little bit though, like low key, like a little bit though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey man, I just seen
like
Alfred saw the riddle. That's all I seen.
You can't even beat Superman. What is he talking about?
Right?
Because you kept going to sleep.
Muhammad Ali beat Superman.
True.
Muhammad Ali beat Superman to death.
True.
We appreciate you. See,
if I got time, man, I'm gonna come back, man. I lucky my son screaming in his background, but I'm gonna let
Go handle your business, Mr. Boyd. Go handle your business.
Hug the baby for me, Mr. Boyd. Hug the baby for me.
You can catch all of those hot takes on Thursdays. Elevate Podcast, 7 p.m. right here on BS3 TV. This is Big Mo said, oh no, this is Big Illinois. Bell's voice was irritating me. Dark Knight Rises. it was over the top, but they had to roll.
What do you mean?
Once they did it that one time, they had to do it the whole movie.
I thought the voice. I thought it was okay when he was trying to disguise it. I mean, it wasn't the best disguise, but I don't know.
This Batman. Let's keep it real. This Batman was not the Batman that we know in other movies.
Well, yeah, because
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know if I want to do this because if you remember, that the whole movie was like he was writing in his diary, which was another reason why he was moist. It was writing in his diary about how he felt.
Batman.
I woke up this morning. I went to sleep this morning. I think I've actually helped.
Go watch Lego Batman. It's more entertaining.
He wasn't all there. He wasn't in the Batman form that we know. Batman ain't got enough in that utility belt. Tony is the best magic guy in comic books. Period.
Tony ain't playing with this dude, man.
No.
Then you can't even trust Batman. He came up with a way to kill Superman, and Superman's supposed to be his boy. He a turncoat. Typical.
Yeah. Broke that superhero code.
He had a consistent contingency plan to take out all members of Justice League. Batman again as his greatest weapon is mine, and without superheroes. By the way, Batman isn't my favorite character. Okay, who is it? Who is the shock? While we talking, D Great in the building. Thank you for tuning in.
I'm with the Adam West Batman too. That's the best Batman.
No,
the dance, busting it out, baby.
Yeah,
buzzing that dance out.
Get him, Adam. Get him.
You do had the purple. What
Get him, Adam.
See, they added out the part. He was doing the percolator though. He was like,
"Get him, Adam."
D Great, make sure to check out his show XY Radio. Just did versus battle last night, I believe. Dark Knight Rises was boring. Really?
Ironheart, she's pretty good.
He was better than Clooney. I forgot Clooney.
Oh God! Let's not forget Val Kilmer. Let's spread some love. Val Kilmer.
That's when we got to stop.
Spread some love.
That's when the train ends.
Yeah.
What is this? Adam West was the best Batman.
Adam West was the most good.
And shout out, rest IRP to Cesar Romero as the Joker. Shout out. Yeah, great one.
Burgess Meredith for the Penguin.
Yeah.
T'Challa.
Catwoman.
I agree. Shout out to Mo Cheese. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you made it home safely. He said he had some plane issues trying to get back to the A. Keaton was the best Batman. Bale was a close second.
Yeah, Miss Media, you are absolutely right. Keaton was the best.
Batman, no.
Yes! No. Yes!
He's in production by the Heat Makers. The Heat Makers.
No, man.
The Hit Makers.
Get out of here. Get out of here. That's getting shot down right now.
The Hit Makers. That's me and him. We the Hit Makers.
Okay. All right, man. Yeah, this was not other way.
There you go.
You're trying to give you a high five.
She like, nah, I'm good.
You gonna leave me hanging?
There you go.
That's right.
All right, let's round this out. We had some good calls, good interaction tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Final thoughts on the Batman. Whoops. Go around the horn.
Well, let's see. I have to. Man, look, I was dreading this movie, even in production. So way before we reviewed it, because I was just like, not another Batman movie. And then I had to watch it, and I was like, So I have to give it a 3. But I do have to say I do, and if anybody in the chat room, if y'all play video games, I do have to say the fighting element reminded me a lot of Arkham City and Arkham Knights. The detective work and the gangsters and the organized crime, that reminded me of old school Batman and the animated series. Oh, we got a call at last minute. We got a call.
DJ, baby.
DJ on it.
CJ wants to have the baby now. DJ.
Hey, okay. Hey, so now my son's straight. So now I got a little time, a little bit, because I know y'all got to end the show in a little bit. But so like two things, you know. So you know, on that Batman and on that Batman and Iron Man tip, like I said, I believe y'all, but I'm just saying, yeah, y'all low giving my man Batman like no credit. Like y'all make it seem like like he ain't got no shot. I ain't never say that.
He don't. It's like Floyd Mayweather fighting Mike Tyson.
Huh? You said what?
It's like Floyd Mayweather fighting prime Mike Tyson.
He said like that's like knocked out in the first round. I give it a couple rounds. If we go on as a boxing match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I mean like that's what I'm saying. I'll give it a couple rounds, but I'm just saying, you know, Batman is nothing to. First off, man, y'all talking Batman like he like the Arrow or some shit. Like he just like
he is the Arrow, man. The man ain't got no powers, man.
All right,
the chump can't fly. He can't lift no car over his head. Hey,
Shrap, don't do it to me because I respect you the most off the show, dog. Hey, bro, don't do that to me, dog.
Hey, CJ, look, CJ, this is what I look. Batman can't whoop me. Because if I show up with a 38, and shoot that chump in the chin, it's a wrap.
Let me just go ahead and end all of it right now, please. Let me just
okay, go ahead.
Give it the snap.
Man, I was just saying, because I be reading about Batman, and like. Dude been training like don't he know every martial arts style there is like known to man at like 29 years old or something like that?
You know how many people get shot in Chicago? I know gun fu.
The way of the gun, baby.
I'm done, dog.
Hey, CJ, before you go, man, you called it Mavs in 7, man. I got to give you your props on air. CJ was one of the few calling the Mavs to win it in 7. So, want to let you know.
Hey, and I won $400 off that, man. So, hey, shout out to Luke Down is doing his thing. Yeah, I called it Mavs in 7, and I'm calling this Mavs in 6 with the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Upset.
All right.
Upset
alert. So the Mavs all the way.
Upset.
Man.
If they get past the Warriors,
hey, man, hey.
Upset, baby.
Warriors, like, bruh, who's stopping us?
If they can get past the Warriors, I really think it's a wrap. Because then the East ain't that. I don't know.
Yeah, East ain't that.
Warriors in 5. Come on, Mo.
Nah.
Miss Cheese, go get the bait.
Nah.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Really?
Don't do that one.
Let's go.
Not even.
Yeah.
Not even.
Mavs got that light now. They got that heat. They good now.
All right. Hey, well, I'm gonna continue, watching the show, but y'all be good, boys.
All right, man.
Shit, boy.
Take care.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
All right, let's wrap out these comments. Shout out to Chris Bass. Big shout out to you, man. He is a podcaster as well, and his is Bass because the dude has a real radio voice. So make sure to follow him. He comes on Snowman in the Morning, which is also on BS3 TV on Fridays, right after I do. So make sure to check him out. The private chat is let's see, slow, but it picked up at the end. I enjoyed it, and I have butts. I guess he says a great show. We appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, it was slow throughout the whole movie. There's no other way to put that. Batman was as true to the comics as Winning Team was to the Showtime Lakers, which I haven't seen that yet.
It's entertaining, though. Only thing I don't like about Winning Team, they got my man Matty Johnson eating way too much coochie in that movie.
Well, how you know?
Come on, man. When you Matty Johnson, you ain't at the whole house eating coochie.
Hey, that man need a cat on a platter.
No, man. Every sex scene, Magic Johnson got his face in the place, man. I just don't believe my man Irv is eating hooker coochie.
Hey,
He got that magic. He got that magic tongue, man. Maybe that's what it is. I mean,
Irv was out there, man.
I don't know.
And maybe he was having issues like some penis problem. They couldn't get it up and had to just do what they had to do to get off. But yeah, that's probably what was going on.
She's probably right. K5 probably right. K5 probably. But I don't know because he had HIV, right?
No. He was still negative then.
Oh, he was still on the negative side of HIV.
This was I think this was early match.
This 1979-80. He rookie.
So he wasn't.
They hadn't put A's on straight people yet.
Batman is the Blake Griffin of superheroes. He's solid. He's not winning you a chip.
And back to
shout out to Big Mo.
Back to Keith. Probably why he got a wife named Cookie.
He's better than Blake Griffin. Come on.
He is the Blake Griffin.
Gosh,
when did Batman save the world? Never.
CJ, let me get part of that 400. Well, I don't know.
He helped save
utility bill.
All right. Shaka. Irvin ate well.
I mean, had to.
Ain't his wife named Cookie, right?
He out there with them hookers on the triple L side of the game. He the lick 'em low level,
right.
Jack.
Because he probably put on that dental down and be wearing Cookie hat.
Literally. No pun intended.
Exactly. So he ain't going nowhere.
Keysha, final thoughts.
Hey, Cookie stayed because she thought he'd be dead by now.
Final thoughts.
You got the best medicine on earth.
In for another amazing Monday evening. Thank you for allowing me to join you on this chat. It's always a great time. That's all I have to say.
I've been waiting on Big Illinois to say that.
Batman is CP3. That ain't fair. I don't know which side it ain't fair on, but that ain't fair.
Thank you, Keisha.
It ain't fair for CP3.
Wow.
What's your rating? Oh, you already said it earlier. One.
She said it earlier.
Okay, you got yours out the way early. A-Trap.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a bad movie, but it wasn't a good movie. Like I said, man, it didn't end. It was never ended. I think this should have been 2 movies, man. I think they should have left a cliffhanger, so make us watch it again. Well, boy, I tell you, I got a better chance to eat some of that 1979 Magic Johnson coochie than watching this again.
King Cookie?
Rating.
2.5.
Yeah.
That's 2.5 too many.
That's just.
I'm sorry. Y'all heard? I thought I was on mute. I'm sorry.
That's just 2.5 more coochies you got to eat.
Hey, I'm telling you.
So I'll say.
Sorry out there.
It was too long. Number one. Number two, Robert Pattinson was not believable.
Said -3.
-3. Hey, we going further. He said I changed it. He said he changed it.
The more I think about it, -3.
No. Yeah, it didn't live up to the publicity that they was putting into this, and probably the money they put into it. So I had to give it I'm gonna give it a 2.5. I'm not gonna give it a 3 because 3 would be average. I felt this was below average. So let me get to a couple more comments. Appreciate you, Big Mo. He says great show. Wilkes didn't get your POV with my comments.
Oh, yeah. Well, he just real quick. I mean, he was just saying like, you know, how the comic was pulling from certain things like Flashpoint and just having that Batman setup. Now, I think in 48 or 1948 or 49, I think Superman was first, and then Batman was like a year later. But in that regard, I think the book was just pulling from, you know, you open a book back then, Detective Comics, and what are you fighting? You fighting organized crime guys in suits and hats and
Nazis
and gangsters. So I mean, I think they just pull from so many different elements. I really feel. I mean, even though some people said no, but I mean, to H-Rap's point, I think the way it was directed, I feel like they did pull from Gotham a little bit. I feel like they pulled from that movie just a little bit. I mean, that TV series. There were just a lot of elements that they just in the year one comic. I mean, there was just so much. I mean, it's one of those things where you just kind of overcrowded and confused the people also too. You know, it's like you every time there's a Batman movie, it's not one villain anymore. Now you got to have the Joker, Two-Face, and then you got to have Bane, and I know well now you got Riddler, and then Catwoman, who eventually they always played her as an anti-hero, not a villain, but a love interest. So it's like, you know, you always had to have those different elements. So I don't know. It was just one of those movies where I felt like they really don't need to make another Batman for the next 5-10 years, maybe. But that's just me.
Your comments, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I need her to have that mayhem energy. That's what I need.
No Batman or Halloween movies for at least a decade. Halloween.
I didn't even watch the last Halloween. The kill was.
I'm sorry to say, Big Mo, there will be a Batman in the next decade because they're gonna come out with another one.
Just like they don't need no more Call of Duty. They don't need no more Batman.
Batman looking at man like why they rejected the trade, Kobe. Big Illinois 4 out of 5. Tiger Park 4.
Wow.
Was it filmed in during the pandemic?
It was. It started in the pandemic, and I think he even had COVID.
4 is a little high, in my opinion. Quick fun fact: Magic Johnson said in the book actually preferred being on the bottom. Pause. Definitely wasn't eating anything. Okay. Money talks. If ever Batman movie is pulling $1 billion or 800, they made joint every 2 to 4 years. I don't know how much this one made,
and they still never get it right.
But
they don't have to get it right. It's just like Spider-Man. They don't have to get Spider-Man right. They don't have to get Batman right because people. Matter of fact, not even people. Kids love Batman and Spider-Man. The top 2 superheroes between kids. They gonna eat that stuff up, man. Wow.
Spider-Man is a superhero.
But they love Batman. But they love Spider-Man, Batman. They gonna make money.
They need to redo their costume. They need, for real, man. No kidding. I ain't gonna front. I didn't hate this movie. I didn't really like it either. But they got to redo the costume. And don't you ever?
Well, once again, they're pulling.
Damn door
but they're pulling from that Christian Bale. And matter of fact, I'll back up. They're pulling from that Michael Keaton suit. That suit that it looked like it was like made of some type of armor, a leather. Because if you look at Adam West, I mean, he just had some cloth on and some underwear running around. So they had to do something.
Don't disrespect.
Superman ain't no superhero either, for the record. He an alien.
What do you mean don't disrespect Superman? What are you talking about? Man, what I say?
Put some kryptonite in front of Superman, he'll frail.
I'll whoop his ass too.
Let's not forget Superman. Let's not forget Superman had to put the Batman suit on because Batman had his back broke.
Yep.
Hey, all I know is Muhammad Ali whooped Superman's ass. I used to have that comic.
Go.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, wrap it up. We're done.
The TV series, I do like what Marvel's doing with that. Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Moon Knight. All right.
WandaVision was trash, boy.
Nah, come on.
I'd rather get kicked in my ass by 10
filthy rich.
It was slow, but it built up.
That shit was trash. I mean, you talk about a sleeping pill.
No, what?
All right, what's coming up tomorrow on End of the Bench?
End of the Bench is gonna be basic, man. I'm gonna talk about this shooter and the ramifications of the shooter that a lot of people are overlooking. One of the things is this shooter thing goes hand in hand with this Roe versus Wade, because I believe what they're gonna try to do is invade your privacy because this dude had a manifesto. He's the second dude who had a manifesto, and they're going to try to invade your privacy. And that is what Roe versus Wade, in my personal opinion, is truly about, total autonomy. Because you had Judge Ito, a Justice Ito, or Chief Justice Ito, making the statement that we don't have to honor any non-long-standing laws. Internet is not a long-standing entity. Therefore, one of the things with Roe versus Wade, if they shoot down Roe versus Wade, is the fact that if Keysha emails me and say I'm having an abortion, they have the right to invade her privacy and incarcerate both of us because I knew and didn't snitch. And then let's say I request an Uber for Keysha to fly to Illinois to get an abortion. The Uber driver is liable. So I believe that's a lot. This shooter plays a gigantic role in that. And then you're gonna have people saying you should supposed to know this. And then when you have a horrific incident like this, people like in Chicago, dumbass people talking about they need to bring the military in. Well, if the military in and come in and shoot your damn son, ain't nobody gonna go to jail. Your son just gonna go to heaven.
Right.
So we need to start paying attention to these things. But I really want people to pay attention. I want you to watch tomorrow's show and listen on Built for This Network tomorrow as well. But the most important thing I want people to do is tune in Friday. Friday, I have a special guest, an advisor to the White House on human trafficking. Her name is Brenda Powell. She's going to be on Rapping with H-Rap Friday. That's awesome. So and this is a direct quote from Miss Powell. She was human trafficked herself, and this is a direct quote. She said, "I went from the whole house to the White House." So it should be very interesting. She's a very colorful person, outstanding personality, and now she's an advisor to the White House on human trafficking. She'll be on Friday. But tomorrow I'm going to talk about that. I'm also going to talk about one second, let me open up my phone and I can tell you what I'm talking about. I have a few things to talk about tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about this. And another thing I'm gonna talk about is white lash. Seems that every time we have an accomplishment in this country or something that's seen as progressive in this country, there's white lash. You can go back to the Reconstruction period. You get emancipated, Africans get emancipated, and then all of a sudden, Abraham Lincoln gives the property owners, because they were not slaves, they were human beings, to give the landowners restitution. And then Abraham Lincoln introduced the world to sharecropping, which is credit for landowners to reap the benefits of land. And then they create laws saying, okay, we're gonna free 4 million people. And if you are caught breaking the law, you will go back. You can be forced into slavery. And guess what happens? They create a law. They create these black laws like no loitering. So if I don't have no place to go, how am I not going to be loitering? And then it's just, I'll go over those things tomorrow. And then I'm going to talk about the transgender thing. How again, this is an attack on Roe versus Wade, and I'm gonna talk about how they like everybody keeps saying the Roe versus Wade thing is anti-God, it's against God, it's against God. But they announced Thursday evening that there's a man prepared to receive a uterus to be impregnate a transgender. He's gonna get a uterus. Or they will get a uterus. No disrespect to the transgender community, because you ain't gonna talk about black people and let me slide, and I'm gonna let you slide. But if we're up in arms about the unborn children and that is against God, how is it placing a uterus into a person who was born with with X chromosomes? How is that not against God? Again, this allows these people to invade our privacy. Total autonomy is the name of the game, because when you violate Roe versus Wade, that takes away women's total autonomy. And how about this? It's just a caveat that just popped in my head right now. If you do away with Roe versus Wade because we're going to tell women when to have children, you need to abolish child support. Because how you going to tell me to pay for a child? And I wouldn't do that. You know, I don't believe in child support. Child support put food on my plate. My mama used to run child support. But I'm just saying, you know. So I'm going to be talking about those things tomorrow. But really, tune in Friday. Miss Brenda Myers Powell. She's going to be on.
Yeah. You talked about her before, so I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, Brenda is a powerhouse. Listening. I'm listening.
I have a question. I promise I'll be brief. Mr. Rap, I know you give out a bunch of educational things on your show and whatnot, but do you talk about like happy shit, like sex and lust and spankings and like whips and chains and stuff? Anything you talk about happy shit?
Maybe we can talk about that on the Thursday show. We can talk about that on rap sessions, but not on Build and Destroy or Rapping with H.
Oh.
So in other words, she wants to know, do you have an R. Kelly soundtrack?
No. I mean, I'm just asking questions like, do people call in today that can give some tips and techniques on, like how to write it better, or,
that sounds like a person. So late night
spankings, wet hand or dry hand. I mean, I'm just trying to see.
Cream or no cream?
Put that in the work.
Yeah, that Vaseline or no, What?
Hey, I told you I was going to behave this week. I was letting Keisha do the rest of it.
Great question, Mike.
No.
Why is the shooter ain't dead? Great question.
What's that?
We know why.
I mean, you live in a nation state. This is not a country. Like I said last week, countries have the same moral compass, the morality. They have the same mission statement, and by and large, countries speak the same language. We don't have any of the three. It's a settler criminal enterprise is what this is that we live in. God bless America.
Mochi says definitely check out this conversation called "It's a Long Story." Mo, it shows on X Squad Radio. It's on Spreaker is the name of the app, and you can definitely check that out there. Mo, put the link to the last show in the chat, so Keisha can click on that, check that out. But thank you everybody for tuning in tonight, man. We went 2 hours, great comments, great conversation. Thank you, Keisha, for coming back on. I wanted to make sure I did this. The last show seemed like I didn't kick it to you enough, and I wanted to give you another opportunity to come back on the show. So we appreciate you.
We're giving her a break next week, right?
Yeah, because the Island Dawk is going to be back. So he'll be back. We'll do Posse. I wouldn't listen. Somebody read that out loud. So we'll be doing Kimmy next week. That is also on HBO Max. You can check that out. It is starring Zoë Kravitz. This will be a relatable movie. I think definitely with COVID and everything that happened during that time, and so that's what we'll be reviewing next week. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Wilkes, say bye to the people.
Bye, people.
Keisha, say bye to the people. And close it out like you always do, H-Rap.
Oh yeah, man. Salute to Reggie O'Shea, aka Combat Jack, and Craig Smith saying, dream your dreams and man up and woman up and live your dreams, because life without dreams flows in black and white. Life with dreams flows in technicolor and surround sound. And y'all already know, if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
Oh, yes.
See y'all next week. What you need to know.
Sybil Wilkes with What You Need to Know. Today is Monday, May 16th, 2022. Number 1. The Saturday afternoon shooting at a Buffalo, New York grocery store, in which at least 10 people were killed and 3 people wounded, was described as a hate crime allegedly carried out by an 18-year-old identified as Peyton Gendron. The white man may have scoped out the area as he went looking for a lot of black people. 11 of the shooting victims were black. 2 were white. Among the victims, African-American security guard and retired Buffalo police officer Aaron Salter Jr. The gunman was arrested without injury to himself and initially charged with 1 count of first-degree murder. Number 2, a growing shortage of baby formula has millions of parents, grandparents, and other concerned adults at their wits' end. 43% of the nation's baby formula supply is out of stock. Major formula producer Abbott shut down its plant in February and recalled products over fears of contamination. Several babies became ill after ingesting the Abbott products. This followed reports of problems at the Michigan plant last year and early this year. The Abbott facility is especially important for its production of special types or varieties of baby formulas. Number 3, the U.S. toll from the coronavirus has surpassed a once unthinkable milestone of 1 million deaths. Additionally, the pandemic has left an estimated 199,000 children in the U.S. without one or even both of their parents. Through wave after wave, the virus has compiled a merciless chronology of loss. Read more about it in today's newsletter. Number 4, an independent autopsy report concluded that Jalen Randall, a 26-year-old black man, was shot in the back of the neck when he was killed by a Houston police officer late last month. According to the findings presented by civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, 2 of Randall's vertebrae were fractured by the bullet when he was killed April 27th. Attorney Crump has demanded police release body cam footage of the shooting. Number 5, Ernie Barnes' 1976 painting, The Sugar Shack, familiar to millions of TV viewers for its use during the credits of the 1970s sitcom Good Times, sold at auction in New York City last week for $15.3 million. According to Christie's Auction House, the sale set an auction record for Barnes' work by more than 27 times the artist's previous record and was 76 times the high estimate of $200,000. The 10-minute auction drew 22 bidders, including the winner, African-American businessman Bill Perkins of Houston. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Self-care is self-love. Love yourself to health. In honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, we are partnering with the Public Welfare Foundation to give away $500. Please go to my Instagram, Sybil Wilkes, for more information and to sign up. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with the hilariously funny Chris Paul and Huggy Lowdown and social justice activist Coy Malone as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.